Welcome back to another rendition of Let Me Check This Time, because last time it was Zarya. Okay, this is Zarya VOD review. My name's Canadian. I'm a Grandmaster Zarya main on multiple accounts, multiple seasons. I make a lot of educational Zarya content, which you can find all that stuff in the description for all the relevant links. Today we're looking at Kaden Vieira. Now, she is a subscriber to my Twitch channel, so thank you, Kaden, so much for the support. And she is using her subscriber benefits, which is special VOD review rules or submissions, whatever. That's not that. Well, you'll know what I mean. Anyway. So yeah, today we're looking at Kaden Vieira. She is a silver Zarya player on, I think it was PC? On PC, yep, on PC. So today we're going to be looking at her positioning, target selection, ability usage, basically trying our best to help her and you guys watching this be better Zarya players by the end of the video. So let's go ahead and get started. And again, thank you, Kaden, for the support and for subbing to the channel. I'll play Kaden's cool little intro, then we'll go right into the video, guys. I like some music to it, little like panda bear. To say Fox Travel, Eris versus Foxglove, match 3, Junkertown. Okay, so there's the context, guys. Oh, by the way, that reminds me, this is a scrim. It's not a competitive match. So this is 2 coordinated teams going against each other. That's why it's important just to say the player is silver, just kind of get a feel for where the scrim is at. But yeah, so this will be fun. We haven't done many scrims in the past, but I do like doing scrims. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started.
I was scared to push too many buttons. That Zenyatta spray is adorable.
Diva. I know. Little baby head.
Running a death ball comp. With all the OP elements, Mercy and Junkrat.
My shield's going down. Oh, 500. Drop the shield. This was up behind us.
Ooh, that sucks. Your Mercy just got ripped.
Charging.
Good bubble there on your Ryan, obviously charging in. You know, it's, as everyone knows, when Ryan charges in, you know, he is very vulnerable. No shield, can barely move, so it's always good to bubble Ryan charging in. So good bubble there.
Trying to block the, I was trying to block the chamber.
Okay, so right here is sorry, after this snippet, there is an opportunity here to get some good energy as well as protect our Ryan with our personal shield. So you see how both tanks, guys, are moving like straight backwards. They're like, okay, we went in, we got the kill, Mercy's res, now let's get the heck out. So what you want to do in this situation is step in front of Ryan and body block for him so he can drop his shield and walk fast and retreat faster, because obviously his movement speed is slowed when his shield is up. So in these sorts of situations, you can step in front, like I said, use your bubble. Ryan will be Ryan will also be protected by it, and then he can drop shield and run, and then you back up as well, and then you guys will create like a decent amount of distance in the 2 seconds you have bubble, and then he can put the shield back up. Again, it's just a really small thing, and the reason I'm pointing it out too is because the shield that we do see come out is a missed opportunity from what I just explained, because we do end up using the shield in the back here. I believe we were afraid of a tracer pulse bomb, that's definitely something worthy to be afraid of. It has been 30 seconds though, but it's really just dependent on how good this tracer is doing. So the tracer was certainly positioning for a pulse, which is what I think prompted the shield here. So it's fine. We were trying to save ourselves. Again, in hindsight, we can say, well, the shield sucked. But in the moment, you know that if you hadn't used a shield, maybe you would have died. I'd say that the thing here is just wait for the pulse bomb to come out in the future. You'll still have plenty of time to, you know, activate the shield and be safe.
Should it have?
Widow's on the top.
I got sniped.
Yeah, the Widow's got a... So, in terms of this Widow getting picks, the Zen, your Reinhardt's here, and your Zen just kind of did a zigzag out from behind Ryan's shield, and basically invited Widow to shoot him in the face. So I know this is a Zarya review, but there's just unfortunate positioning from your Zen there. And your Reinhardt really doesn't have to be this far forward. He could probably be standing like right here, because you'll still be contesting the cart. You'll cover more of this archway, you know, all those sorts of things.
Widow's on the top.
Yeah, no, she did get a free pick. And then you see that Ryan pushed up after you bubbled him, which No, not ideal, right? You want to be aggressive with the bubble, not after. I guess he was aggressive. Okay, guys, I have to stop. I'm gonna stop talking about Caden's teammates. We're gonna focus on Caden here. I apologize. This isn't a team review. This is our review, so excuse me. I'm just seeing all these things jumping out at me, and I couldn't help it. But all right, I'm just gonna focus on Caden, guys, or be a lot quicker with the other analysis.
Back. Alright, shield's broken. I'm gonna die. I got sniped.
Yeah. So Ryan, or nope. Never mind. I'm not gonna say anything.
Alright, shield's broken.
Yeah, I was wondering if you had an opportunity maybe to body block for him, but you definitely did not, right? Both your shields are on cooldown. However, I think the big difference here for the Zarya player is your Ryan is full HP, shields probably a good amount, and you probably could have pushed up with him kind of on this side. So there's definitely a balance between being aggressive with and without your personal shield. So we know personal shield's down, but playing, you know, near and behind your Reinhardt isn't being too aggressive, right? Because you do have the protection of this shield. And what this is accomplishing is also pressuring whoever Ryan is fighting. Now, did your Ryan overextend a bit? Yes, he definitely did. But it's not great. But what we can do with Zarya is try and help him get out of there by, you know, being here, being a nuisance, trying to fight people that are fighting him, and you know, because since he's the front of your team for so long, he's just like their entire team is just focusing him. There's no other. They're like, why would we shoot Zarya? She's all the way back here, and so now and then he just dies. So that's why I'm saying if you position up a little bit, maybe around this corner now that Ryan's moving away, you can, you know, shoot at them, be like, yo, look at me, look at me, look at me, and then run away. That way Ryan doesn't get focused so much. So and then this is just general tank play, by the way. This isn't Zarya specifically, because what I'm saying doesn't have any cooldown involved. When your tank is getting a lot of attention, unless you're off doing something else, like diving the back line or taking care of a specific hero, in general, you want to be with your tank, your other tank, and so you can kind of split the focus between the two of you instead of the enemy team lasering it all onto one person, right? If you're Winston, Diva, Orisa, Roadhog, doesn't matter what tank you are, you could be doing exactly, you know, what I'm suggesting here. Like Roadhog here, pressuring everyone, maybe they don't kill Ryan. Orisa's here, you know, pulls them away, pressuring everyone, at same, you know, so on and so forth. So definitely a tank thing. You guys want to be together for the most part, unless you're in a specialized role like Winston, and like Winston Ryan, you kind of expect Winston to like dive someone in the dive this Widowmaker. You would expect Winston to do, but still, even doing that would relieve pressure off of off of Reinhardt. So rant over. That was a bit longer than I wanted, but
Oh my god, it's pushing my
okay. So Reinhardt died here.
shield's broken.
And we saw a bit of a delayed shield, like we were looking at Ryan trying to shield him. I think or we tried to you know, bubble Junker. He is at half. He is in front of us. So actually, I think the bubble on Junker here is fine, especially because Widow just missed his head. So this bubble is definitely protecting him. So good bubble there. I think it was the personal shield that I saw, and I was kind of like, because what we're doing is Reinhardt just died, and we use this personal shield right here for energy for the most part, right? We're full HP. We've got a corner to hide behind. We just used our other cooldown, so I don't really see what the shield's accomplishing other than gaining energy, and that would be fine if this was a poke phase, but I definitely don't think it is, right? You just lost your main tank, the cart is coming, they're literally about to turn the corner here, and now you don't have the shield for the impending fight, right? Once this cart turns the corner, you're going to have to fight, and it's definitely going to be sooner than 10 seconds. And the other thing is we then re-engage after reloading, even though we don't have any excuse me, even though we don't have any cooldowns. Now we have ammo and we have HP, but we don't have any of our cooldowns and only like an okay amount of charge. But really, these are whole teams here, and it seems like a very difficult task to pull off. Now, if you want to know what the best thing to do here is as Zarya, it's play this corner. You can literally shuffle right here, like left, right, left, right, left, right, and stall the cart by just shuffling this corner. And then if they push you, you can use your barrier and fall back this way. That's really all you can do, but we did already use our barrier, but that's really the best case scenario.
We are very scattered.
Yeah, there was also a couple reloads in here that were like there's 75 ammo reload right there.
Oh my god, it's pushing my body.
Yeah, because we fired a grenade right here, and I guess my question is, why didn't we just keep shooting? Like, yeah, our shield was gone. Don't get me wrong. Definitely understand, we used the shield, got energy, and then retreated. But you can still shoot this ammo, because you're literally going to reload and then start shooting again anyway, so might as well cut out the 1.5 second delay and just keep shooting. Yeah, see, we reloaded and then we're shooting again, so
Oh my god, it's pushing my
that
body.
reload. This one, 54 ammo, that one was not my favorite either, just because the enemies did just turn the corner over there. You're kind of looking for a bubble opportunity as it's coming off cooldown. I think in comms, people are saying tracers in the back.
Wow.
Yeah, and again, like, he did take a chunk, so we shielded him out of. It's not a bad shield by any means. It's just, I guess in general, the fight that's happening between the two teams just kind of like all over the place. The battle lines have not really been established. The red team's just kind of like a blob on the map approaching the blob that is the blue team, because the blue team is just, like someone said in the game chat, they're just spread out. They don't really have a defensive line, defensive formation for them, don't know where they're holding. And when that happens, it's very hard for Zarya to play well, because where should you put Zarya's attention, right? You have teammates all over the place, you have enemies all over the place. Who do you go help? Do you help this ally, this other ally? Do you attack this enemy? I mean, it's really, Zarya is better when things are condensed, which is a good example of why King's Row was one of her best maps.
We are very scattered.
Like, this D.Va is like, okay, I would just like, I don't know what to do, I'm just gonna start shooting D.Va. That, in my head, that's what I'm thinking at this point as the Zarya player. Perfect.
Focusing the Diva Mac.
I like it. I like that. As I said, that's exactly what happened. I wanted to look at one more reload, guys, because yeah, right here we did a full ammo reload from 54 to 100. We fired a grenade at the Orisa. We shielded a teammate, and then we reloaded again. When really this reload again not ideal, because again a fight is actively happening. So you really want to use our ammo. We've spent, in the last like 10 seconds, we spent 3 seconds reloading, which that's a lot. That's 30% of, this fight has been reloading. So I'm probably saying it now, I'll probably say it again later. This seems to be one of the biggest issues. It has only been a minute in the game, so I'm assuming we'll see this throughout the match. I'll try my best not to, harp on it too much. It is clear what the issue is. I'll just, point it out when I see it. Yeah, definitely something to work on. Is definitely reloading. Was there another reload right there? Wait, 100. Here's the 75.
We are very scattered.
Yeah, here's another reload, and again, D.Va's right here. Also, this barrier, I wish I could change the back increment on Pod Player. I'm sure there's a way, because I don't want to see this whole part, I just want to see the end part. So I'm sorry we've been watching this snippet so much. I want to look at the shield. What instantly gave us like 20 charge? I think Tracer's shooting us in the back. I think that's what it is.
Focusing the Diva Mac.
Yeah, always good to burn down the D.Va Mech. That's really good. Oh, this bubble on Ryan, not good.
Mac.
So I'll explain, Ryan. So you get bumped. So right here, why are you bubbling, right? That's the question. Every time, as Zarya, guys, ask yourself when you use a barrier, why did you use it, right? And that's how I do these reviews. Is I look at your guys' gameplay and I ask myself why any particular player is doing a certain action. Why are they reloading here? Why did they shield here? And I try my best to explain, why I would do something or wouldn't do something. So why I wouldn't do this barrier. So number one, Reinhardt just came back. He's full HP. His shield is full. We don't see any spam damage coming his way. He hasn't re-engaged into the fight, and the poke phase is over. So we really can't afford to use a barrier for charging, because once we use this barrier and then Ryan starts fighting, he's not going to have that protection. So by the way, guys, Katie Vieira is saying in chat, who this is her video, I think I just wanted it for charge, what you're saying. So yeah, that's a very common thing for a lot of Zarya players. They do just love that charge, right? We're at 44. If this one gives us a bunch of charge, we'd be at 80. I mean, like, yeah, just melt everything, melt the D.Va Mech, and which is It's not bad to want charge. I think it's just important how we go and get charge, right? When Ryan starts fighting and you bubble him, I think you'll get your charge that way. But we see, you know, the bubble here. So not the best bubble, especially if for a charge bubble, you're not seeing any spam. Yeah, so even then, if you want to bubble for charge, make sure 100% you're gonna get something from it, right? Make sure you see some Diva spam, Orisa spam, etc. Otherwise, it's a doubly wasted bubble.
Oh, thank you.
Another 7,500 reload.
Nice.
That was a 50 ammo reload there when the Orisa was in front of us.
Nice.
Okay, and again, another 75 ammo reload here when there's an enemy right there.
Mercy's coming in res. Mercy marked.
Diva's behind you.
Low again. Mercy's low.
Diva's out of mech.
Oh, no, you didn't grenade the mech when you had 24 ammo left. Definite tip here is when you are Zarya and you are once you have destroyed a Diva mech, make sure you launch a grenade at it, like time the grenade so you can hit baby Diva with the grenade. A 0 charge grenade will do 1/3 of her health, and I think a 50 charge grenade does a little over half. So definitely you want to shoot grenades with ammo left at these two mechs. Kaden says that I learned that from one of your videos after this match. That's okay. I mean, at least you know. I also feel like I missed a couple bubbles, guys, so excuse me. I am going to go back. So we saw that bubble. That bubble's still on cooldown. I think I missed the personal shield here.
Nice.
Yeah, so we personal shielded when Mercy was flying at us. I wouldn't, you know, I don't, again, not a great personal shield, right? Mercy is not actively trying to fight us. She's just trying to go in for that res. So kind of wish we had held that one. I like this bubble onto Reinhardt though, because we saw the Diva on the side there, kind of right exactly behind him. So that was really good. Again, I think we had a bit of another reload here. Actually, that one was 15. That one, again, I would recommend using that last 15 ammo, but this is not nearly as bad as some of the other ones we've seen.
Mercy's low.
Diva's out of mech. Their Mercy's ulting.
99%.
Ulting Mercy is just a nightmare for tanks.
Use the shield as cover.
Diva's ulting.
99%.
Oh, yeah, so right here, this is another body blocking opportunity with personal shield. Excuse me, sorry, it runs through this snippet.
Diva's out of mech. Their Mercy's
Right here, you see your Ryan is at about 150 HP. You're full HP with a shield coming off cooldown with ammo, 78 charge. So yeah, again, what you want to do is drop down right here, step through the original shield, be like, hey, stop shooting at my Reinhardt, and just like laser these guys down, pressure them, make them turn onto you so your Reinhardt can get out safely. Because again, right here, the shield comes back right now, so it's a perfect opportunity for that. Mercy will just heal them up, which is that's okay though. The goal here is to save Reinhardt as well as exerting our energy, exerting our presence onto the battlefield. It's at 20, excuse me, not 70. But yeah, if they shot at us, this would jump up to about 65, which would be a good number.
I'm ulting.
Another, I think I see another reload. Yeah, 70 ammo reload. Enemies.
I'm ulting. Use the shield.
That was a fat shatter though.
Alright, let's do
0 ammo reload. There we go.
Right, you feel like Junkertown.
No. Rip.
Put on is good or not.
Crew's behind again. Careful, she's in that doorway. Put a trap.
Another pretty. So this is another I want energy type of bubble. A lot of Zaryas do this. Well, they'll after they die, they'll come back to a fight and bubble instantly for energy because they're like, I'm back in the fight. I want to get going again, and they use a bubble. Again, my recommendation is make sure you evaluate the situation before you use those bubbles. You know, we can see the outline of the card. So Ryan and the car are pretty close together, so it seems like a pretty short distance for a poke phase. So I don't think we're in a poke phase. And again, if you are going to bubble for charge, for energy, make sure you see spam. Because right here, right on the screen right here, no spam. We see no, oh, we see some right there. We saw some Diva spam. But D.Va spam's really not that much energy. It's definitely better for Junkrat, Pharah, Orisa, stuff like that. Soldier's not bad. But yeah, we bubble and the D.Va instantly stops shooting. So unfortunately, again, no energy. Would have liked us to hold that shield. Like, like imagine if we had that shield right now. Our ulting attack visor soldier. Right. This is, you know, I think it's pretty clear that this is the better barrier, which is why, again, come back to a fight from respawning, evaluate the situation, and especially since this is a team setting, you know, put that communication in chat. Hey, I got attack visor ready. Okay, one sec. I'm coming back with I'm Zarya. I'm coming back right now. I'll bubble you. Okay, let me know when you're back. All right, I'm back. I can see you. Go for it. Soldier you'll bubble him. It will be a much more successful. I mean, he did kill Mercy, so it's still pretty good, but he'll be much more protected, you know, as if you guys are coordinating. Yeah, unfortunately, he does die.
You're by yourself in there.
Okay, so another thing here is, again, we see Tracer, right? She has not even touched us yet. Also, I think if we rewind, you will see the Mercy HP bar on our screen kind of take a big chunk.
You're by yourself in there.
Oh no, it doesn't take any chunk. But what I'm trying to say here is Tracer has not hurt us yet. She hasn't even tickled us. So I'd want to save our personal shield until we actually start taking damage. And the other thing we can do, did she get the stick? No, she didn't. Okay, so yeah. So so a couple of things right here, guys, and this is really, really important. So the first thing is you can see here the shield just dissipated. So, and the bomb exploded a second ago. What you can do, guys, I'm gonna draw a little picture off on the side here. If this is the floor and this is the pulse bomb, as Zarya, you can, let's draw a little Zarya. Boop. You can use personal shield and literally stand on top of a pulse bomb like this, and you can eat the entire explosion. It's such a powerful little trick that you don't see a lot of people use. Also, guys, real quick, we got a new follower. We got Evan FB, dude. Thanks for the follow, man. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel, dude. Thanks for following. But yeah, so
together we are strong.
Oh, there's notification. Sorry. But what I'm saying is, with the shield, or I'll even rewind it a little bit. The thing is, we don't see the pulse pumps right here, but I will rewind it just a second here.
You're by yourself in there.
Right here, we use shield and she threw the bomb. Run towards it and literally like sit on it like a chicken and an egg, and you will eat the whole explosion. It won't damage anyone on your team. Yeah. Because the way it works, right? This explodes out like in a sphere. So if your sphere is literally on top of this sphere, no one will take any damage. And this works if it's something, again, if Pulse Bomb was like stuck on a wall, just use your shield and walk like right up to the wall.
Oh, there is destroyed. That was, I don't know.
Alright, we have a Graviton. This is, whenever you get a Graviton as Zarya, think of it as like a power spike. You have become instantly and insanely more valuable in this game. Now that applies to every hero with their ultimate, but for Zarya specifically, because your ult can affect the entire enemy team, you know, it's very, very important that you communicate what you want to do with Grav. You watch out for the threats to Grav, like D.Va, like Genji, stuff like that, and you want really good value out of this. So especially in the current meta, where Junkrat and Mercy are very strong, catching Mercy and Grav is really big.
She might be trying to ult the D.Va. She's like going up.
She's after me.
Again, so we see another personal shield here, but no one, like, we got like tickled. Or did we get tickled by D.Va? Yeah, we took like 10 damage, which like prompts us to use the shield. I'd say right here, the moment we actually activate the ability, you know, we are in relative safety. We only took like 10 damage in the last 20 seconds. So again, not my favorite personal shield. Really, really want to make sure you're getting value out of those by eating spam and protecting yourself.
She's after me.
Oh, that was unfortunate. I saw it. You definitely wanted the bubble on Junkrat. Unfortunately, Reinhardt got pulled right here. Right? It is on Junkrat. Maybe he dies literally as you... Press the button. No, yeah, it was just unfortunate. It was a good try though. That's definitely what you want. That would have been an amazing bubble. Maybe he would have got out of there, but fortunately the Orisa does kind of mess it up.
He was low.
And I just want to know, we've seen 4 bubbles, guys, and we're at 0 charge, and that's where it comes back into bubble efficiency. You really want, and I think at the end of this, you know, the biggest thing that I want you to improve on is make sure you get good value out of every barrier. Even if it means you have a lot less barriers, you want every barrier to have good value. So, for example, guys, I'm going to show you a little thing that I've been doing for a while. So if you go to Overbuff, I'll put this on screen real quick. I have 9 games on this account. Let me try my other account. I'll show you some. Okay, this is much better. So, Overbuff tells you this stat called damage blocked, and it tells you projected barrier, how many projected barriers you get in a game. So what you can do is take your projected barrier number and double it. Let me pull up a calculator. I mean, I know it's 42, but just for sake of it. So 20. So the reason you're doubling it is because for every projected barrier, chances are you had a personal shield, so you double it. So times 2, and what you do is take your damage blocked and divide it by this number. So divided by 42. With every single barrier, on average, I block 127 damage. And every 5 damage is 1 charge. So if you divide this by 5, each of my barriers gives me approximately like 25 energy. Right? So you guys can go do this with your own stats and try and get a good idea of like what your barrier efficiency is on average. Now, while this does seem very low, like per barrier, it's a lot better than, it's more of the times this by 5. This is really the number I look at. 127 out of 200. Each barrier has like 63% efficiency. Right? So 25 energy, that's over half of a 40 energy bubble, right? So each of my barriers is, on average, giving me like 63.5% efficiency. So again, go do this with your own stats and just try and see, you know, what is your barrier efficiency looking like.
I've got my ult.
You see his marks?
Alright, so let's talk about this Grav too. So we just lost Junkrat, who is a giant source of damage here. Mercy died a little bit ago to that pulse bomb. You know, so my main questions are, you know, going into this is, hey, is our team back? I'm not really confident that they are back. B, do we have follow-up? And C, which targets do you want to catch in this, right? So a couple of things about targets you want to catch. Number 1, D.Va is right here. So that was a very dangerous grab. She could have just like flicked on her her defense matrix and eaten your grab. So that's pretty scary. I'd recommend not to do that in the future. Make sure she either just used defense matrix and it's on that 1-second cooldown, or she's not around, or she's not even in the game. Those would be my recommendations about that. And the second thing is, so we see Lucio, so that's a healer, that's good. We see Orisa. Oh, excuse me. D.Va mech just got destroyed. So ignore what I just said. Our Zarya player did a great job of waiting for D.Va mech to be destroyed before using grab, so pardon me. D.Va mech is destroyed. We see the Mercy beam, but not the Mercy, guys. That's where the placement, then when you see the Mercy beam but not the Mercy, that's when the placement really matters. Now, what I would have done in this situation, so right when the D.Va mech gets destroyed, I'll kind of draw a picture of what I would have done. So right here we reloaded, which is good. We don't have any barriers, which is a little less good, but what I would have done is jumped up onto here and jumped off to get the Mercy in the back. She's around the wall, like right here. You'll catch her, this other squishy, and then you'll get past the Orisa shield, right? So use the payload, use the terrain to your advantage to get grabs from more unique angles than just right in front of the other team.
You see his marks?
Yeah, so looks like it's a Widowmaker. So yeah, catching those 2 squishies, right? If you were standing on the payload right now, boom, you can grab like right there. Catch these 2, Lucio probably gets sucked in. Lucio and Baby D.Va, I was not Widowmaker, that's Baby D.Va, excuse me. Lucio and Baby D.Va did get sucked in, but again, Mercy is really just a huge threat right now. she doesn't Valk this, I'd be surprised. But maybe since we've just been talking so much that she doesn't have Valk, it's just been too soon since the last fight.
Versus solo. You're up.
Solo. Okay.
That was a really good charge by Ryan. There we go. That was good body blocking.
Solo.
Right.
You're up.
We grab. We're attacking the grab. Excuse me, let me watch it one more time.
D.Va's not mech.
Good shield on Ryan so we can just swing for days.
Trying to keep the.
Back up and get healed, which is good. So right here, by the way, is a missed opportunity to reload. Not that one.
Trying to keep the.
Right here. Right, you're at 50 ammo. Orisa is running away, and you have this distance to cover before you can re-engage. This is the time when you want to reload with extra ammo in your magazine, right? This is a perfect example of, I'm not fighting anyone, no one's around, I'm missing a good chunk of ammo, I should reload. This is the time to reload, definitely.
Solo. You're up.
Solo.
And right there, good charge of Ryan. And the personal shield to body for Ryan so he can get out, which is very good.
Jodem switch to Genji.
Yeah, so I'm probably just gonna stay on Ryan then.
Okay. Tracer's above you guys, she's dropping down.
I must have ult.
I almost want to swap if they're Genji. Let's see. How it goes.
They're pushing forward. Shield's half.
Backing up.
Tracer's coming for the heal.
Sorry, wait, I kind of spaced out looking for these shields, excuse me. Another energy focused barrier, but again, like I said, make sure there is spam incoming.
Shield's half.
That was a much better energy type barrier because you jumped in front of the whole team and Orisa's shooting you, Junkrat shooting you.
Backing up.
Yeah, that was a lot better. Not Junkrat, excuse me, Genji.
So is Genji.
Okay, I like the discipline not to shield there. Before, I was thinking like I was like I would probably shield him right in this instant because when a Reinhardt shield breaks, you know what everyone does? Everyone just starts shooting him. So yeah, I definitely would have shielded instant like right here, right as it broke, so he can retreat, get out safely, take less damage, and give me the Zarya player energy.
So is Genji.
You were kind of thinking about it, looking for it, but the cart was in the way a little, and then you were like, he's fine.
Oh, I did not mean to hit that button.
Oh, no, missed opportunity. No. Okay, so. The same thing with the Tracer Pulse Bomb, guys.
Tracer's marched.
Also, we used a projected barrier right here, right onto this part, onto Reinhardt when he was fighting someone that wasn't fighting back, which is, yeah. So here's why I would not barrier Reinhardt here. I know we bury him, but here's why I wouldn't do it. Number one, he's getting healed by Mercy and Zenyatta. He's full HP, and then Genji's reflecting, not even attacking him. Right? He is super in the okay.
Tracer's marched.
He does not need this shield. And again, I think we're bubbling here because we want to farm energy, and you see the immediate kind of effects of using bubbles all the time in that mentality, right? We bubbled here for energy, didn't get any. Now our barrier's on cooldown, and we can't bubble our Mercy, who was stuck in front of this D.Va ult. So again, that's kind of like an unfortunate sequence of events, but you know, this is kind of the my biggest fear when people are playing for energy with Zarya's bubbles. Now, the other thing I want to talk about is the self-destruct and personal shield. You know, you guys have seen it in the past in my videos where you can walk up to a self-destruct barrier and it will protect everyone behind you. Same thing could definitely be applied here. Right here, I see these two are in danger. I've got a personal shield. I would run as fast as I could. My little Russian legs will carry me. Use my personal shield and try and stand in the way between the self-destruct and Mercy. Try and save her. We kind of just watch her die. Now again, this isn't a mistake by the Zarya player. It's just something to improve upon. Kaden, you said you didn't see the clip. Let me find it real quick for you. I have it all archived, so it shouldn't take too long to find it. All right, here's the clip. Here's the clip for anyone wondering. Here is the clip, the perfect example of using the shield. So right here, this is a very, very old match of me, by the way. I see the self-destruct. I've got my shield. I'm like, you guys are all gonna die. So I run my little legs running as fast as I can. carry them, and I literally just plant my booty in between my team and the self-destruct bomb, and boom, they live. The Zenyatta was behind this part, so he's fine, but the McCree was totally gonna die. Sort of like May Ice Cube, yeah, it's exactly like that. It does block line of sight ability. So there's the clip, guys. Yeah, so definitely, again, not a mistake, just a missed opportunity. And the reason I'm saying it's not a mistake is I don't expect, you know, every Zarya player to know the ins and outs of her abilities, and that's why we do these review guys, so I can help you get better. You know, I think there's a couple things already that I was able to show Kaden, you know, the more potential with Zarya's better. So hopefully in the future, you know, that outcome might be different. Yeah, so
Just for the tracer
so our target selection in this little snippet here was just not great, right? So we just saw Mercy die. We've got 2 DPS right here.
Sorry, I didn't have a bubble for you.
Okay, Junkrat just died too. You have a good amount of charge.
We're getting split up, guys.
Zen just died, so there's just 3 of us alive. No, so the first thing is it's a pretty lost fight. Just run away. At this point,
and you're still behind.
82 ammo reload when someone's fighting us. Let's see here. Looking for the bubble on Ryan instead of trying to fight Tracer. Again, definitely fight this person first. Shoot grenades at her feet. Make her wary if you don't let her shoot you for free. We get a bubble onto Ryan, which is it's a perfectly fine bubble in terms of the fight's lost. There's no one else to bubble. What else would holding this bubble really accomplish? So it's not like an amazing bubble, but it's really it's kind of like a, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. It's just whatever. It's just kind of whatever, you know. It is what it is. That's, I guess, how I put it. The bubble onto us is good, right? Because people are shooting us. But what I want to talk about is the target selection. So this is the reload. We shield Ryan, and then right here, who are we shooting at right here? And I'm not talking about aim, because I don't usually, if ever, talk about aim, right? Everyone's aim can improve, definitely mine. So I'm not talking about aim. Just mean in general, you know, what's our goal here with the reload we just did, with the ammo and the charge that we have in both of these bubbles, right? These people are too far, right? We have a Genji and a Tracer kind of all over us. I would just say pick one of them and do your best to fight one of them. 75 ammo reload, 2 people engaging us.
I think I'm still gonna swap to Winston, just for the Tracer and Genji.
Yeah, and then, man, hey, you got Genji. Props to you. That's what I was just saying, you know, pick one and kill him. Yeah, so, yeah, again, it was just kind of all over the place. You know, hopefully, you know, watching this, you'd be like, okay, I need to do better not to panic. You know, take a deep breath, really try and be, you know, kind of in the zone, as useful as possible until your dying breath, right? So, yeah, so Caden's saying, you know, oh, this is all just panic clicking, and again, that's totally fine. Lots of people panic. I have plenty of games where I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing. You just like try your best, but you know, if you really want to improve and get better, you need to, you know, keep a cool, calm, collected mindset in every situation, in every fight, so you can make the best decisions. Again, personal shield is a little premature. Like right there with the micro missiles, I probably would have shielded then, right? But the shield here, right? We don't see any spam coming towards us. So I know I've talked about it a lot. I'll try again. I'm sorry. I'll try not to keep mentioning it over and over. Just, you know, there was no. I'm just gonna kind of default saying there's no spam when we use shield and kind of leave it at that. There you go. That was a much better projected barrier, because Winston, there was tons of stuff flying at Winston. No! Hey, at least you stood still. That was good. Look at all this spam now. Yeah, tons of spam. That was just bad timing. You bubbled him right as he bubbled. That sucks.
Versus Mark. Steve is up top. When do you have bubble again? I know you just used
2 seconds.
Oh, Tracer behind.
I'm dead.
Okay, so.
When do you have bubble again?
Right here, this personal shield's fine.
Oh, Tracer.
It's right here. We're reloading. when Genji just used ult. Again, definitely the best use of our ammo right now is to try and deter this Genji from diving in on our team.
Regulars.
Bubble onto Mercy though. Can't really. There's nothing wrong with bubbling a healer when a DPS ult's coming out. It's always good because you just keep them alive.
Trick is one. Arista.
Arista's down. What's around this? Diva.
Yeah, the personal shield here. This Diva seems to just be very good about stop firing right when she sees a Zarya bubble. This is a perfectly good shield. Two people looking at you. I'd say the Winston. I probably would have held the Winston one, just because Orisa and Diva are both looking this way. So I probably would have held the Winston one. And I'm not saying bubbling Winston's bad. It's definitely a good thing. Just you kind of pick the right moment to bubble Winston, right? Like if I'm Zarya in this situation, I'm definitely thinking, okay, I should be ready to bubble Winston. You know, I'm kind of keeping an eye out. Is he gonna just lose a chunk of HP? You know, then you want the bubble to come through, because then you see that he has gotten their attention, or you see these guys turn around, then you want the bubble to come through.
Trick is one. Arista.
Arista's down.
Oh, stuck.
Here, Tracer.
2 reloads right there, by the way. There was 2 of them.
Trick is one.
A 58 ammo reload and a 50 ammo reload when Diva is there.
Here, Tracer.
I'd say this second one is probably worse because as we are approaching Diva, we reloaded, which you're just inviting them to shoot you at that point. Then another reload right after that reload.
Here, Tracer.
94 reload. 91 reload. I'm sorry guys, I'm looking at the bubbles. I know I just looked at the reloads, but I'm watching for the bubbles now. Two good bubbles. Yeah. Yeah, I mean just, and again, okay, since this section here is probably the worst offender, I just want to do some math about this section here. Okay, where should I start?
8 seconds.
What's around this? Diva.
Yeah, I'll start after this reload. Okay, so it is 5:43 on the timestamp. So
Trick is one.
every reload is 1.5 seconds.
Arista's down.
1,
Oh, stuck.
Here, Tracer.
2, 3, 4. 4 reloads in 15 seconds, so that's 6 seconds, right? So we just spent 6 out of 15 seconds reloading. I mean, it's just, yeah, I swear, I promise, I won't touch on it anymore in depth, but yeah, just, you see the impact of 6 seconds of not fighting when you could have been, definitely.
Oh my god. Really close.
Hello, but
Genji's really low, 1 hit.
Genji's discorded.
Genji's down. Jumping in.
Someone's asking, as Zarya, which is the lesser of 2 evils, to run out of ammo or to reload too often? Reloading too often is definitely a lot worse, in my opinion, than to run out of ammo. Because in theory, if you're running out of ammo, that definitely means you've been shooting it at the enemy team instead. You're either grenade jumping, shooting at the enemy team, are really the 2 main uses. I would really hope you're not just like firing it all over the place, and that's why you're always running out of ammo. But yeah, way better to run out of ammo. Now, so here's kind of the 2 extreme situations, guys. Little pause here. Between running out of ammo and reloading too often. There's the times when you're fighting someone and you run out of ammo right when you would have killed them, and maybe that no, those 1.5 seconds get you killed, and you're like, I should have reloaded before. But the thing is, that doesn't happen, at least in my experience, nearly as often as reloading too much. When on the flip side of that, oh no, I ran out of ammo, but the reason you ran out of ammo and they got away is because they were in a key position to be fired upon, but you were stuck in a reload animation, so they got a little bit closer to like a health pack or to escaping, and then you finally reload, you're using all your ammo, and then they get away, right? It can go both ways, and I find that being stuck reloading and someone gets away happens a lot more than running out of ammo and someone gets away. Because when someone runs out of ammo and you almost kill someone, you can still punch them, right? You can still do damage with no ammo, but you cannot do any damage while reloading. Like, yes, you can reload while you're punching. I'm sorry. You can punch while you're reloading. I know that is a thing, but the point is you're canceling your reload at that point, and you're still not getting reload efficiency. So I know that was kind of off topic, but I hope that kind of helps explain why I think reloading too much is super bad as Zarya. I missed a bubble, guys, while I was talking about that. Excuse me.
Yep. We still have time for one more.
Oh, that's a perfectly great bubble there. That Genji dash would have killed your Pharah if you hadn't bubbled her. So even better. 40 energy, saved a teammate. That is a pristine Zarya bubble. That's exactly what we want.
Genji's blue low, one hit.
Genji's discorded.
Genji's down. Jumping in.
By the way, if you guys are watching this and you're wondering like why my desktop is all orange, I have a program that turns on and dims the screen as it gets darker outside, so that's why you're seeing that. It's not a big deal.
D.Va's marked.
Saw a bunch of reloads just then, but the fight's pretty much over, so it's not nearly as big of a deal when the fight's over versus while the fight's happening.
Okay.
I'll watch that.
I'm gonna have my ult for their next push.
Yeah, I have mine.
Alright guys, so I'm still doing this live, but for those watching on YouTube, I will put in the pinned comment another link to a VOD review that was of a Grandmaster player where his biggest issue was reloading, and you can see that one, at least compared to this one, you see the consequences of reloading too much in that VOD review. So I'll put that, guys, in the description. And if you're watching this and I didn't put in the description, someone message me and I'll go ahead and stick that in there because I might have forgot. But I'll go ahead and put that in there, guys. Definitely watch it if you want to see how bad reloads really affect the micro decisions in games. I thought it was a really good VOD review about reloading.
It's too close to mine.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and stay near the healers for the... I hear feet. Oh yeah, here we go.
Okay, we've got Grav.
Downstairs. Oh, they're all back here.
That was a really good bubble.
I hear feet. Oh yeah, here we go. Genji's coming from downstairs. Oh, they're all back here. They're all back here.
Okay, I see the Mercy beam. Catch this Mercy. D.Va out of mech. Okay, see, D.Va's not looking. Now is the time to grab, right? There's no way she's gonna eat this. I would just verify where the Mercy went. Where'd she go? Is this her? I think that was her I just circled. Oh, you bubbled your Mercy and she still died. Yeah, I see the little beam right here. No.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry.
Oh, she said she didn't mean to do that. RIP. Yeah, so here's what's happening in terms of team versus team. The red team is doing an amazing job of like engaging on you guys, and you guys don't have a great counter engage down. So here's the play that I would want to happen for the blue team, right? So I've said in the past, really wait for them to contest, which I stand by that, right? You don't have to overextend or blow ults to just like keep them out of your whole area. Just they've wasted so let's say this is the objective and this is their spawn and this is the walk, right? If you engage them here, like you start using ults and you fight them, sure, but they only wasted this much time getting to this point. If you wait for them to contest and then engage them here, and with the same exact plan you were going to do, you've made them waste this much extra time. This whole, well, it's gone now, but that whole section. So wait for them to engage. Like, okay, guys, when they start contesting, I'm going to use Graviton. Be ready to follow up. That's kind of the play I want to see. And right here, when D.Va gets knocked out of the way, I probably would have bum rushed into here to get the grab off and then personal shield with my energy, specifically focused down Mercy with the beam, all that jazz.
I'm gonna get D.Va out of mech.
All right, Kaden. Thanks for watching. I'm sorry I started so late. That was my bad. You don't have to wait for it to be on YouTube, by the way. You can come back to my channel, go to videos, and watch the rest of it there right when you get back from your training session. Because videos don't end up on YouTube for like a decent amount of time because they just have so many. So yeah, I definitely recommend doing that. That way you can see it, as soon as you want, and it will still be there whenever you want to see it until it does, of course, end up on YouTube. But thanks so much for spending it. Sorry I got delayed. I apologize that you didn't get to stick around for the whole thing. And let me know what you think in Discord later. Have a good one.
Together, we are strong.
Ooh, new follower. We got Giles Thompson with the new follow, man. Welcome to the stream, dude. Welcome to the channel. Hopefully, you're having a good day, dude. Thanks for following. I appreciate it, dude. Yeah, full charge and then die.
Oh,
Rip.
I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry.
I feel like we're just not killing that Mercy.
Yeah, that bubble seems pretty good, right? It's hard to say who needs it more, Mercy or Winston. I probably would have put it on Mercy, honestly, because Mercy can just keep up whoever that is. Is she gonna die right as I said that? Please don't. Yep, she died right as I said that. Rip. Yeah, so again, I think in my basic guide, my Zarya basics guide, I talked about, bubble priority. To me, it's always like, if you had to choose between a support, a DPS, and a healer, it's always this. I'm sorry, a support, a DPS, and a tank. It's always the support first. Even if they're both at half HP, the tank will have more HP than the healer.
Not killing that Mercy.
Yeah, so that's a little unfortunate right there. Where was that personal shield? I totally missed it. I think we also saw another reload right there. 62 reload, enemies right in front of us. Good personal shield to fight the Orisa. That's a really good shield. Alright, definitely beam grenade discipline's kind of coming in as a factor here in this fight. It's kind of showing itself. When you're fighting big fat tanks like this, definitely use the beam versus the grenade. So a couple things. So beam is a lot better versus tanks, easier to hit, does more sustained damage, stuff like that, and it's better versus armor because oh, I'm sorry, no, that's not right. Burst damage is good versus armor. So excuse me. The grenade is better versus armor, but overall, when you're fighting these big hitbox and big HP targets, definitely use the beam. I think we see like 3 grenades get tossed right at the back of this Orisa, so like 3 grenades right here when really we should be just using beam.
Orisa's down.
She does die, so that's good.
Shit, I'm in that.
Yeah, there was nothing Zarya could do there. All her abilities were on cooldown, so can't really expect anything there. Yeah, so also in terms of target selection, think about who Zarya is good at fighting, right? Zarya is bad at fighting quick, nimble targets because they're super fast. Zarya is not super fast. They can dart around, dodge your grenades, make it hard to track with beam. So really, if you have a choice between, an Orisa and a D.Va and a Tracer, I would definitely fight these 2 tanks over here. If you want to support someone over here, just put the shield on and then you have to turn around because really, well, your support might say nobody's peeling for me. It's not really Zarya's job to do that because she's just so bad at peeling. She's great at protecting, but not good at peeling. Yeah, so right here we get a ton of energy from our personal shield, which is good. We see a Genji, excuse me, not a Tracer, a Genji dive all the way over here, and really, there's nothing we can do. He's not even fighting anyone, so this is mostly just a target selection issue, right? We shouldn't be fighting the Genji, and we could be fighting a tank. We could be building an alt charge. Maybe the alt charge we get would make the difference of coming back and stalling out this point potentially. Oh, what are we doing? No, what's happening? Oh, okay, let me explain why. So right here, we reloaded. We're at 100 energy, and there was a D.Va right next to us with her back turned. Right here, definitely shoot this diva. Man, you would just obliterate her mech right now. Yeah, unfortunately, we didn't go for her. We really want this Genji for some reason. Good shield. There you go.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay. No, I got.
Man, I don't know what time I started this VOD. I feel kind of bad. It's been holy moly. I also forgot to hit record on OBS. Thankfully Twitch will keep this. But my god, I messed up. Whew. It's streaming, so it'll be recorded in Twitch vodcast, but I don't have a local file. RIP. Should be fine. Downloading from Twitch is just a pain, though. Lesson learned. I don't know how that happened. Whoopsie. Might as well not record anymore. What's the point? I'm just gonna pull the whole thing off of Twitch.
That shield cooldown time is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
They got a Zarya, Diva, Hanzo.
They have a Reaper as well. On the left.
Okay, so right here again, another missed opportunity. Right, we've been seeing the Zarya player really bubble for energy a lot this whole game, but then strangely, right, when our Ryan shield is just getting blasted by this Roadhog, there's no bubble. Like this would be the of all times to bubble for energy, this would be the time, right? Bubble him here. You've got a decent amount until they contest, get some free energy. He's clearly shooting at it. So yeah, that was a missed opportunity to get some energy in a poke phase. And again, you could even, if you don't want to use your projected barrier, you can just step in front of him and use your personal shield to absorb that damage, which again, another way to get energy. Yeah, so kind of strange that. Well, hey, we got energy there, so that was good. And that was good because Reinhardt, his shield was about to break. He dropped it when he got bubbled, so that was just good synergy between the Ryan and Zarya.
Zarya's one. Got her.
Nice bubble.
Res.
Good bubble on Reaper there. He was in front of your whole team, less than half, so that's a good bubble to protect him.
10 charge.
50 ammo reload when there's a bunch of enemies. Bubbling of Ryan swinging his hammer is always good. Well, it's always good when you bubbling of Ryan swinging his hammer is always good as long as he's doing something with that space, right? He's not just standing back here swinging. He's in the enemy team swinging. So that's a good bubble and good play by your Ryan to create space.
She's low.
You need to kill that Mercy first.
That was a bit of a preemptive bubble, but it's kind of along the lines of you guys have won this fight, so you can get away with it. You're not going to be punished for that bubble.
Reaper's up and over.
That was a good bubble there. Ryan wasn't looking. Blocked the scatter. She got her ult already? It's been 1 minute and 10 seconds. Oh my god. Really good bubble there. Really good bubble there. 2 really good bubbles. Wait, what was that reload? 50 ammo reload, a bunch of enemies around, and full charge. Well, not full. 76 charge.
Mercy's half, if I can get her.
Yep.
He's trying to get her in it.
Oh my god, I hate Mercy. Mercy is just so good against every single tank right now. It's annoying. That bubble was another fight as one bubble. Get away with it. No one, you're not gonna get punished for it. So pretty solid by your team. This first phase has been a lot different playstyle than the other phase. So I don't know what changed between attack or defense and attack, but
Shield's already half.
oh, also the other thing here is in terms of positioning.
You'll have yours.
Oh wait, did we get energy with that bubble?
Good push, guys.
So many things just went through my head, guys. Sorry, I just had like 4 thoughts go through my head.
I can probably get mine close.
All right, we got the micro missiles, so that's good.
You'll have yours.
Hanzo still.
Okay.
Bubbled for charge there because they were spamming, so that's That's actually good because this is a poke phase, right? The cart's back here and they are all the way back there. So that was actually a good use of a barrier because you'll have it in time for the next fight. Now your Rhine, on the other hand, he shouldn't be just letting him eat through his shield right here. Well, you guys are pushing for free. He should, kind of be off on the side, but.
Drop it.
Hanzo's on the top.
Alright, lots of good energy in this poke phase. So now you're at high energy. You can really save this projected barrier for when you actually need it. Because by the time you get this back, you'll have decayed 16 energy. You're at 78 right now. 78, 68, 62 energy. One good personal shield plus 40 puts you right back at 100. So what that means is you can really use this projected barrier in key situations then to farm energy now. Once you reach these high echelons of Zarya energy, you can be very, very selective with your projected barriers. As I said that, the bubble onto Zen came out. Why?
Tracer's coming behind.
There's a Tracer zipping around, but she hasn't shot at anyone, hasn't shown herself as a threat yet, so you really have to wait for that to happen and then bubble.
Back here, yeah.
No, no. Tracer got behind him. And
Probably gonna Hongo.
Goodbye, charge. Rip.
Fine, let's do ults.
Get out, get out, get out.
Tried.
Oh no.
Alright.
High ground, I agree.
Need to be in their faces, shield, so maybe if somebody else could stay back with Pixel to help with Tracer? I don't know who though.
Shield's already broken.
Alright, so when you show this to your teammate, the biggest problem your Rhine has is going forward. So look at your team comp. You have Reaper and who's your other DPS? You have Reaper McCree. Okay, so McCree can shoot from behind Rhine shield, but this Reaper standing here just like plowing his shotguns at the other team really is accomplishing nothing. So Reaper needs to get in close. He either needs to start flanking or something, but it's just kind of a little funny to see Reaper just like plowing away two shotguns from behind a Rhine shield. But yeah, the main thing is your Rhine needs to move up, go forward, use the health of the shield to close distance. So there is a door right here. Yeah, go down these stairs, put the shield and go in that door, let it recharge, and then just rinse and repeat so you can close the distance for your Reaper.
Shield's already
Or was that a door right there? There's a door right here.
maybe not be quite as far away.
Got a lot of good energy. Excuse me, there's not a door there. Ignore that. There's a door over there though.
Diva's almost out of mech.
That Mercy jumps down, I'm ulting.
Okay, so let's talk about right here. So right here, this is really good.
Almost out of
Using
mech.
using your strength, using your energy to push Diva back, push her out of mech.
That Mercy
I
Jumps
think
down
we
and
bubbled Rhine there, which is good because he was just sitting there swinging his hammer.
Yep.
Now, what I want to point out is, again, I need to change my rewind increment on this program, but
Mercy jumps down,
you
I'm
saw the Mercy beam
Payload's back here.
right here. You see this Mercy. So you saw her earlier, but I'm just pausing it here because we can see her more clearly. Once Diva started running away, I wanted us to grab like this wall right here to like pull her down. And the reason being is I usually don't recommend grabbing a wall when teams have a Reinhardt, because then Reinhardt just puts up a shield and now they're kind of like sealed off from both sides. But this team doesn't have a Reinhardt. And, which just occurred to me, I can't believe I never thought of this before, grabbing in an elevated position is actually really good versus Orisa. How have I never thought of this? Because her shield has to sit on the ground and has a set amount of height, right? So it's like, let's say it goes like right here. If you grab right here, they will be pulled up above the shield. Oh my god. I'm going to start doing that. How have I never thought of that? But yeah, so definitely I wanted us to grab right here, pull the Mercy off the high ground, beam her down, kill everyone else.
Yep. You're really far, Vero?
Yeah, you're far, Vero. I have no
Oh, no shield. No, he's going to die. Oh, oh, you should be looking for the shield for sure. It's coming off cooldown. He's weak. You are doing the right thing in terms of taking pressure off of him by stepping forward, but he also needs that shield. Uh-oh. Oh, definite missed opportunity here.
I have no shield.
Okay, so I showed earlier during this review that shields block line of sight abilities. You could have shielded McCree right here, and then this bubble would save both of you because you were standing. Like, if you bubbled right now, it would save both of you guys because you were standing behind the shield. So missed opportunity, right there.
Oh,
Oh, what?
I didn't have my shield.
Yeah.
You really got to look for an opportunity to use this grab, right? It's not going to be presented to you. You have to make it. I thought McCree would be safe. Yeah, with payloads though, it's because the thing is there's a crack underneath the payload right here, guys, and that's how you're getting line of sight of the thing.
Oh, what?
I didn't have my shield.
Yeah, I thought you were fine.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. She did. So Caden's saying in chat she didn't bubble because she thought he'd be fine. Which, yeah, definitely it looks that way. But yeah, it's hard. It's really hard to say because, like, imagine if he was fine and then you did bubble. I'd be like, I don't know. Actually, know if I'd be like, yeah, you shouldn't have bubbled. He was fine. I'd be like, it's always good to be sure, kind of thing. You know, kind of hedge your bets. But yeah, so since this payload, when payloads float though, which I think is all the payloads float. I don't think any of them roll. Yeah, when the payloads float and you're on an incline, because there's a ramp right here, it kind of looks like this. If we draw a ramp and the payload's floating, that's a bit of, the self-destruct. Let's say it's this tall. It had line of sight of you guys right here. So that's how it had line of sight and killed you guys.
I'm sorry.
Behind us.
Got res anyways.
If we can pull out the,
Really got to use this grab or Earth Shatter. That was a huge shatter.
Payload is coming.
Good bubble. No, good bubble though on your Ryan though.
Hanzo's up top.
Tracer's low.
Trying to get
No.
Oh, I got
Oh
it.
god. Oh.
Oh, thank you. Literally just got it.
We've held onto this grab for a long time.
Diva's about to be out of mech.
Cover.
Oh, we missed we did the grenade, but we did miss the timing a bit.
He's just on me.
Oh.
Almost fired.
That's good. He's fighting Diva. Can't be upset with that shield. That was a good shield. Yeah, so right here, guys, this is... Oh, nice. Nailed her right in the kisser. But I was going to say, if she did get away, you know, that's a perfect example of, you know, that initial grenade on the mech just does so much free damage to Diva, it makes it a lot harder for her to escape.
Maybe Diva's
Nope,
down.
not anymore.
Never mind. Yeah, it's a little farther.
Oh, trying to get out. I'm gonna die.
Just die. Don't prolong it.
No, you had personal shield. No, I believed. I truly believed you were gonna make it. Okay, so a couple things about running away is Zarya. So running away is good. It's a little different with Zarya. Walking backwards, you do walk backwards slower than you do walking forwards.
Oh, trying to get out.
But right here, once you find the door, you can 180 and shoot grenades at Tracer's feet to try and make her miss hitting you. And maybe, you know, those couple misses, like right here, she's missing, and then you had personal shield. I definitely wanted to see a personal shield right here. Wiener Schnitzel Love with a 6-person host. Thanks for the host, Wiener Schnitzel Love. Hope you had a good stream, man. Thanks for tuning in, dude. Thanks for being a supporter of the channel, man. I appreciate it. No, personal shield. Alright, we're kind of in the same situation we were in before.
Mercy and Hanzo are on the top.
Low. Hanzo's smart.
Spam shield.
Shield's gonna go down here in a second.
We can combo as well.
You see the Mercy is right there. Just right behind that thing. By the way, just for future reference, the doorway down here, it has a staircase that goes right here where these two are sitting.
He was just right in this room. Oh, shit went out.
Yeah, again, right here, you see the Mercy again. You can grab right here-ish.
Okay, Diva's marked.
Oh, that was meant for Ryan.
They're gonna combo again.
Rip. Oh my god.
Wow.
He just got a sextuple kill.
That's good.
Holy shit. Yeah, and so so this is a great example of what I was talking about when you guys were defending, which was, you know, wait for them to contest and then use ultimates and wipe them. The defending team is really demonstrating you know what that looks like, right? They're sitting back, poking at you. The moment you guys touch the cart, they pounce, grab, dragon, boom, 6 kills, dead. You know, that's the most efficient. That's just the most efficient defending strategy, in my opinion. Maybe, you know, smarter, better players than me will have a different opinion on that. But I think that's you wasted the maximum amount of time without letting them contest, right? Now you could argue like, oh, you just sit there and contest forever until we start losing, then ult. That's more risky because maybe they actually start winning the fight. But yeah, I said my whole spiel. I don't need to keep going into it. But you guys know what you guys know what I mean. You guys know what I mean by what I look for
Do we
in.
want to try going from a different
Oh, it
side?
froze. Oh, there we go. It's back.
Marked. Okay. Apparently you can't. Oh wait, no, there we
If we can get Diva out of mech, I can grab.
And I can.
Yeah, you get some
combo.
combo. Okay, she's
Yeah, there you go. Your Ryan is hitting that W key while holding up a shield. That's a lot better. Reaper's now in close, which is good. Question is, there's Mercy and there's Hanzo. Mercy, there's not a grab opportunity on her. If you did grab here, she just gets sucked against this wall. No one can hit her.
very destroyed. I do not have shield.
No.
Can you grab behind the payload? Oh, never mind.
Charging. Kidding.
Careful. Oh, careful. There's a defense matrix.
Okay, get her out.
I mean, I can also.
She's out of mech.
There she goes.
You ready?
But it's damage boosted.
There you go. But here comes the Valkyrie.
Hanzo's on the top behind us. With
Yeah,
the
here comes the
Mercy.
Valkyrie.
Alright.
She's gonna do it.
Mercy's coming in. Mercy's marked.
Yeah, I knew it. That's why, guys. Right now, grabbing Mercy is just like such a big deal. So, now I kind of knew that was going, but let's talk about all this. Good personal shield, obviously, protect yourself.
Never mind.
Your Ryan called charging, so then we bubbled him. So again, a good projected barrier there to help his engage. We get the Diva out of mech, get the biggest threat to our grab aside from Mercy. Biggest threat in terms of landing the grab out of mech, which is good.
She's out of mech.
There she goes.
And then we see 3 heroes, Zarya, no personal, Diva out of mech, and Lucio. So this is still a good grab opportunity. I mean, this is not a bad grab by any means. It's just the power of Mercy right now is just ridiculous. So Mercy's gonna fly in and instantly res 2 of them.
Ready?
Yeah, it's still a good grab. You guys managed to blow through the sound barrier, which is even better. No, good shield though.
Hanzo's on the top behind us with the Mercy.
Alright.
Yeah, so right here, the target selection here is a little bit in the wrong place. So you call out the Hanzo's up here with the Mercy. Knowing her power, right, we're sitting here spamming at Hanzo when really we should be spamming at the Mercy.
Hanzo's on
And
the
then
top behind us.
when
with
Mercy
the
reveals herself, we're still looking at the Hanzo. So yeah, definitely target selection. Mercy is a very high priority right now. Definitely want to make sure that she is
Coming in. Mercy's
dead all the time.
The Mercy's slow.
Otherwise, this is yeah. See, Mercy's just new flight ability is just a nightmare for every single tank, except maybe Orisa, but still not great. Both teams are using Valk.
Watch out, Hanzo.
Dragons. Not today.
Yeah. So again, target selection. As Zarya, we're trying to fight this nimble Tracer, which is hard to land anything on when there is a Diva and an enemy Zarya on the field. So target selection, it's like tanks, supports, and then DPS, I think, in most general situations, right? As a Zarya player, you know, high charge Zarya just is a tank melter. She just blows through every tank's health pool.
Mercy's still marked.
Good bubble. Another reload. We were like at 75 ammo.
Payload, 'cause they're not on it. Barely.
Shoot the Diva. Another reload there. I think it was 50 ammo that one. 61 for that one.
Just stay on payload, 'cause they're not on it.
50 for this one. Good shield.
Diva's half. Just backing off.
He was marked.
Another reload there. Not sure what this one was, but definitely I just know from watching the gameplay you definitely had more ammo left.
He was marked.
45.
He was marked.
Sorry, it's half.
Almost have ult.
Mercy's one.
Mercy's down.
Good, you got the Tracer.
Sorry, it's very low. Sorry, it's down.
There we go.
Oof, my gosh, that was quite the
Hanzo's
fight.
still back there.
Hanzo's just sitting over there.
Honestly, he's not contesting. Just leave him.
I'm low. Thank you.
Shields up, kill him. Oh, Hanzo.
There we go.
Nice time.
Good job, guys.
Alright, I have my ult again.
Okay. I'm 80%.
Yeah, so you're at 80% and you didn't even shoot Diva the whole time. If you had made her a focus, you would have melted her sooner and probably got a lot more all charge.
70.
Moving up to create space, I like it. Oh my god, you and the enemy Zarya both just made the same exact mistake at the same time. That was actually really funny. Both Zaryas are expecting the other Zarya to shoot, and this is where charge barriers are. It looks easy to do a charge barrier, but it still requires finesse, right? You can't just use it all the time. And this is, again, both Zaryas are using it preemptively instead of reactively. If you had waited for her to lob 2 grenades at you, then barriered, boom, you got efficiency out of yours. But, alright, see ya, Kaden. But right now, both Zaryas were like, they're gonna shoot at me, and then neither of you gets any charge. And then both of you fired a grenade!
Here I come.
That's silly. That was like the silliest Zarya versus Zarya thing I've ever seen. It's silly in a good way. It was like cute and funny. It wasn't like bad. It was just kind of fun. It was just kind of like a little chuckle. Alright, let's look at our shields here. Not a fan of that one. What was his HP? Yeah, he was missing like 20 HP. Definitely didn't need to do that one. See, right there, this would have been a perfect charge bubble, right? Just micro missiles right at the center of Ryan's shield, so.
Shield's half. Shield's low.
Good personal shield to get some energy. Okay, so right here, alright. I would wait. It looks like this is gonna break, so I would wait for it to break and then shield him, but not before. Oh, perfect! It literally right when it broke, we shielded. So hey, it worked out. Yeah, that's a perfect green light from the red team. Ryan's shield broken, easy grab. You guys have nothing to stop it. That's an easy decision. Oh man, they did use the dragon on accident though, definitely, or the pulse. You probably didn't need the pulse.
Yeah, Tracer used hers. That's 3. I've got my grab.
Yeah, it's actually really good for you.
Yep.
You have to catch Mercy in this next grab, though.
Yeah.
Alright, good shield there.
Mondo's up top again.
I get that Diva out of max. You guys all.
Ooh, not a fan of that one. Especially because there's 14 seconds left. You guys are talking about a huge fight that's about to break out. You have 4 ultimates ready. Really want those projected barriers to have an impact in this do or die fight. So I'm a doubly not fan of that shield.
I'm at 90.
Alright, things down.
Doubly not fan. That I just said that, guys. What I meant was I'm gonna double down that I'm not a fan of that shield, and that's what I meant.
I'm ulting.
Ooh, God. Okay, that was your Ryan that said they're ulting. Oh, okay, I thought that was you that said that. Okay, so that's good. So find the Mercy. Find her in the sea of knockdown enemies. I think she's on the left.
You guys all.
Yep, I'm at 90.
Alright, things down.
Yeah, she's right here. Okay, does she get knocked down, guys?
I'm ulting. See you smart.
Oh, she did. No target selection. Go for the Mercy. Okay, don't grab though. Oh, it was a good bubble.
Zarya.
Where
I'm
was?
ulting. See you smart.
Okay, so he. Oh no, you didn't have a personal shield.
Leave without a mech.
Why did? I guess I'm confused why a Reaper did this. Oh man, Mercy was right there. Rip.
Zarya.
Yeah, so again, in that situation, if you protect Mercy and Reaper dies, then Mercy can res Reaper. Now, it's hard to, because, you know, or at least I have said so many times, you know, shield your ulting teammates, but I would not have expected Reaper to ult there. So shielding your ulting teammate isn't bad, but again, it comes down to, you know, let's look when the shield was applied, because I don't think it's actually fair to say shield Mercy. I think that's a hindsight
Without a
thing.
mech.
No, no, it is exploding right now. So right when it starts exploding, I'm looking for enemies that need help. You know, I can't really fault you for this, because the only, like, right when you shielded Reaper, he was the only one on your screen, like, in that moment, and then Mercy makes the mistake of flying them. So yeah, this is nothing. We did as much as we could here to help our team, as unfortunate Mercy did fly in. Oh, you caught Mercy.
In that.
Get her.
Get her. Mercy, 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 mercy.
Oh, good job. You got her Valkyrie down. That's huge.
That's half.
Oh, good grenade.
Down.
Who's huge mark?
Working on the Diva mech.
Again, personal shield before she started fighting you.
That's half. Diva mech's down.
9 ammo. Grenade the mech.
And then
Wanna back up? Oh, I'm out of position. I thought we were a lot closer than we were.
ulting.
Oh my God, your Rhine has 2 shatters in the same fight.
Jesus.
With the point.
No! No! I saw it happening right before my eyes. So that sucks. Coming back to this, we used the partial shield when we weren't fighting.
That's half. Diva mech's down.
Probably didn't need to shield Reinhardt there.
Oh, I'm out of position.
And then the thing I want to say here is
We were a lot closer than we were.
that shield was okay. When Reinhardt Earth shatters the enemy team, pick your target and just beam him down because his stun is really not that long. So grenade is not that good in an Earth shatter because it will knock them around. Now, if they are literally all standing next to each other and they're like a big clump, then yeah, but that's not usually the case with Earth shatters. Usually they're kind of like spread out, all laying down all over the place. So yeah,
Ulting.
I'd say like right here, just point at Zarya, just beam her to death, and then if you have time, you can look at the other one and beam them to death. I think we fired like 2 grenades in there, which is
Oh, I'm sticking.
Oh,
Aw.
nope. Damn it.
Burnt. 3
Rip.
seconds.
Okay.
Diva's.
shield Rhine. Oh, okay, that was really good. He was so weak.
They have a main now too.
Diva's out of mech.
Oh, grenade mech. You forgot to grenade the mech.
Damn, payload.
Yep, I'm still on it.
I don't know about that shield. It's just every shield in these overtime situations can just be so clutch. Yeah, so the Mei was behind us. Are we not able to get around? I don't think the Mei wall covers this whole gap. I think we could have walked around behind it and potentially saved that
They have a
Zen.
main now too.
Diva's out of mech.
So earlier when I was talking about, yeah, don't fight nimble characters like Tracer and Genji, you can totally fight a Mei. Mei cannot really run away from you, especially when you're with your team. So she's looking at someone, and again, this is where I would say, okay, she ice blocked. Yeah, don't let her get away with that. She overextended, surround the ice block and punish that, but we kind of turn our attention back to the front line. I think we're assuming our team will take care of it, which isn't the worst assumption in the world actually, but the wall is what kind of messes it up, and then she does unfortunately get a kill on the Zen.
Yep, I'm still on it. I'm not leaving it, don't worry.
Made one. Oh, I'm down.
I'm 80% to ult.
Avenged her. I'm at 40.
Pussy Diva's low.
Kill the baby.
No, I was gonna say, I was thinking like, okay, grenade to kill, grenade to kill, grenade to kill, but
Damn, payload.
Yep, I'm still on it. I'm not leaving it, don't worry.
Made one. Oh, I'm down.
I'm 80% to ult.
50 ammo reload at 100 charge. Okay, right here, Baby Diva. Now she's a small target, but she is not nimble, right? She has no move. Baby Diva has no movement abilities, so you can definitely use grenades here, and as well as she was so weak. You just want one grenade to finish her off before she gets back into mech. No, rip.
Kill the baby diva.
Oh, damn it.
Trying to get this tracer. Oh,
Uh oh. What was that reload?
Oh, damn it.
This one's 3 ammo, and that one's fine. Diva just fed you another grav. Take this gift and win the game.
oh, chasing backwards.
Oh my gosh.
Baby diva's down. Chris's marked. Chris's trying so hard to get her.
Oh, the Mercy. This is the target right here. She's about to fly in on these two. Look to your right and grab. I missed so many bubbles, guys, but it's just such a crazy fight. Yes! Here we go. That's what I was looking for. Kill the Mercy. Yeah, that was a huge grab.
I'm gonna push forward, stay on the point. Yes, please do. Oh yeah.
Diva's on the right.
Yes!
The earth shattered. Oh man, that was quite
Oh, that was
the overtime.
nice.
And Brittany decided to be a dick with me.
I just got it, so I'm like, might as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure the video ends. Yeah. All right, guys. So I'll just put it back and like some random moment. Okay, so. Thanks for the submission, Caden. I hope my feedback was helpful. Let's go over some final notes. So first note is you reload way too much. I think that was kind of clear throughout the footage. You try to improve upon that. Second thing is you use a lot of bubbles specifically for charge without actually getting any charge. If you are going to play the charge-based selfish Zarya style, make sure you're getting value out of those barriers. Make sure you see spam on the screen and it is going to come at you and give you the energy that you want. That way you're getting more values out of your barriers, you'll be doing more damage, get more gravitons, etc. And if you don't want to play that style, because we saw the main thing is make sure you're getting values out of your barriers, both personal and projected. We saw a lot of kind of subpar personal and projected barriers, but that's okay, guys. That's why we do these reviews, to point out these things, try and help players improve. It's nothing to be upset about. It's just it's a learning process, and I hope every time I pointed out that it was helping. Gravitons, you were holding on to your grabs a lot. You really have to make a grab opportunity happen instead of waiting for it to be presented to you, so that you make that happen with positioning, target selection, flanks, all those sorts of things to make your grabs even better. And the main thing is you want team follow-up. Team follow-up and communication are the biggest things for a graviton. After that, it goes towards placement and who you catch. So at this point in time, Mercy is very powerful. Try and catch her in your gravitons. So shield use, graviton use, reloading, grenade beam discipline. Definitely use beam versus those big heavy targets, and use grenade versus the small nimble ones. What elo is this game played at? So if this was a silver tier video, Giles. So yeah, excuse me. Use your beam versus those big targets, grenade versus the small ones. Use grenade to finish people off. Use grenade to knock heroes that require precision aiming around, like McCree, Soldier, Hanzo, Tracer, Widow. I think those are maybe May, kind of. You counter in there with the icicles. Target selection. If you can, go for the tanks. Zarya is amazing at melting tanks. If a Mercy flies right in front of your face, or a healer, kill that healer. But don't kill yourself trying to go for those DPS. Healers and tanks probably at the top of Zarya's list, and the DPS kind of at the bottom. In my opinion, that's just my opinion, and I think that kind of covers everything that I wanted to talk about. God, I feel like there was just one last thing. What was it? I can't remember what it is now. It escaped me. But anyways, guys, those are my notes on this gameplay. Again, thank you, Caden, for being a Twitch subscriber, for submitting the video for us to review. I really, really, really do appreciate it. If you guys want to see more of this type of content, there's tons of it on my YouTube channel. If you want to subscribe, the button's to the right at the end screen and in the description below. If you want to watch these live on Twitch, my Twitch stream is in the description below, as is my schedule. I stream 3 days a week, pretty regularly. You see lots of Overwatch content. Do follow me on Twitch. If you want to know when I'm streaming, you can follow me on Twitter or join my Discord and talk off stream. And finally, guys, the VOD submission window is probably happening right now. It's happening live. There's one happening live right now, but so if you're watching live, the VOD submission window is Monday to Wednesday. I don't know what it is when this video posts, but if you want to know what the new VOD submission window is, check my Twitter. I usually post it on there. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate your time. Hopefully this was helpful, and have a good one. Thanks for sticking around till the end of the video. Check out these 2 other videos on the left hand side, and be sure to subscribe by clicking that button on the right. If you like all of this stuff, you can follow me on Twitch, Twitter, Discord, and of course YouTube. All the links will be in the description below. Again, thanks so much for watching, guys, and have a good one.